Hello everyone, Rainier Games here, and we're back with another Planetbase episode. This is then episode 11, and in the last episode we did build this biodome, as well as a bigger or massive storage, as well as a few other things that I've already forgotten. I think we made this one, so it's soon done to be built here. But other than that, I'm not quite sure if we did very much the last episode. We did grow our citizen number to over 100, which is nice. And in this episode we're going to be building another factory here, most likely for the bioplastic, so we can get a lot more of that, because we are trying to focus our workers to be working on this side of the base. Or at least that's my plan. If it's going to work, that's another thing. So we are focusing everything there. Yes, I'm a little worried about the oxygen here. As you can see, it's draining. And we got a sandstorm, but nothing to worry about. But yeah, as I was saying, it feels like it's draining a little, like certain areas. And that could be due to there's a lot of people here, but the oxygen generators are not able to keep up. As it is kind of like liquid, or not liquid, but the oxygen will kind of... if there's a lot of people over here, but we're producing all the liquid, or oxygen over here, then it won't be able to travel through the entire base if everything gets consumed in one or two domes. So that is something to keep in mind. So I'm thinking maybe we should have some kind of oxygen generators somewhere around here too, just to have a few. And we also need to keep mind of our water, because I do think actually the the plants maybe consume oxygen in nighttime, but I'm not quite sure if they have implemented that mechanic. But anyway, we're gonna be doing an oxygen generator, at least one. And where do we kinda want it? Of course, it would be nice just having some beds actually over there. Let's see if we could fit in a little bit more luxurious beds over here. And we actually can, which is nice. So we're gonna do that. And then an oxygen one over here. Squeezing them as tightly together as possible. That is the medium one. And this is the medium one. Okay. I don't think we can build bigger than that. And here's the trade ship, and I would actually like to get some metal, even though we are producing more metal now, hopefully, but I still want a little bit. And of course he doesn't sell metal. Then we just give him some starch and some medical plants and take all the money we can get. Okay, let us see. I'm gonna keep some starch then, and we can keep one. Yeah, then we do it like that. And did I speed up things? I think I did, but then the sandstorm came. Like so, and now you can see we're already filling up with a lot of starch. So I do want to get that factory also built. So we're gonna go... factory, this is one. Or processing plant, I mean, not factory. And we're gonna have this one. Let us see. Could we fit anything over here? Because fitting this one here would do so we can't have anything over here. And that would just be dead space then. So in a way, I do want to build this one there. And maybe we should connect this one up there. Of course, they will be going to go this every time, but then we can have something else here, so we can use the connection over there. And also, we want to make people a little bit more happy. So we are also going to be making a multi-dome right here. And that is so they have all the happiness stuff that we also have in the base over here. And we are low on power. Oh, really? I haven't been paying attention to that. Yeah, our power production is not the greatest. And we have intruders. Could I... No, wait. That is not what I want to do. I want to go red alert. Okay, we didn't lose anyone. That is good. Probably some that going to the med bay, but our guard seemed to have detected it before. So not you don't always need to put the base on red alert, but doing so would bring all your colonists to fight for their lives, and they will not be fisting; they will be fist fighting. As you can see here today, oh, this was all the guards actually fist fighting or using their fists to kill intruder. So that is nice. They managed to eliminate the threat. And we are only requesting workers still. I'm not quite sure now. I'm kind of like in a mix where I kind of want a little bit of everything. Medics can be on 5%, while these can also be on 5%. Have it kind of like that. And let's see what we get. I think this should only be workers, more or less. Oh, we got a medic. Okay. So now there will be a little bit more mix of people, because I think we're doing fine for now. Of course, these ones will be producing food too. So we will have a lot of food everywhere. And I want to speed up things again. Always get speeded down when there's an event happening. And when it comes to power, we're slowly charging up again now. Of course, building this solar one will help us. So I'm going to put a priority on that one, so they will actually prioritize that building compared to everything else. Can I get metal from this trade ship? No, I cannot. Well, we do have some carrier bots, and I am very interested in carrier bots all the time. So maybe we could do a little trade. Carrier bot for only storage. And then you give me a little cash for it too. There we go. So we're just doing that trade, so we get 2 more carrying robots in our facility here. So our workers don't need to use their time on that. They can actually focus on making ore for me, which I want. And we do have a little bit bioplastic, so I'm gonna be filling up this entire bedroom. Okay. Oh, I could actually fit 1 more. Awesome. And yeah, let's see what else would be nice having in this area of the colony. We won't be focusing visitors over here, as we kind of want the visitors to kind of use this area here. But again, we can't really control the AIs. They're kind of like decide themselves. But yeah, that's at least my idea in my head. But the idea in my head doesn't always work. And let's see, we still have the drill robot in here, so that is why it's so nice having those, because they will constantly just work. As you can see, there's a worker here too, but he will eventually stop because he needs to rest, sleep, eat, and so on. And the robot will just more or less continue forever until it breaks. So that's why we're gonna have a lot more robots eventually too. And this is a large one, so we can have... Just need to get a lot of spares. So we're gonna be making a lot of spares in here, but we will also be having some of the semi-constructors as well as some arms. But mostly spares, so we just have it. And now I just remember the laser area. This one is actually outside the area. That ain't good. So we actually need to get a new laser, but having it here, they would just cross over each other. It would be almost nice to have a laser kind of like over here, but we haven't gone that far yet. So it's gonna be a little risk until we get as far to make another laser. So everything we build out here is on their risk that they could die. But I'm willing to take that risk as their leader, sacrificing my men for the greater good. Yeah. And no metal in sight. I would love to actually just get a little metal here so we can actually finish the solar run. But it doesn't seem like anybody cares to bring metal. Or make metal. Okay, we're actually making 4 metals here now. That's good. And he flew off, and we should have gotten 2 more robots. Unless that was a new trade ship and I totally ignored it. Did they seriously bring the metal over here to make these? Wow, that's just great. We're gonna be turning off mostly of them, and that is because we will still be using a lot of the metal. It's just to have them already there. And we got some colonists, so now we're up 106. Very nice. I'm really just waiting for this one metal. There we go. Thank you, carrying robot CR4. I don't know if all of them are called the same. But thank you, CR. I've already forgot your name. Something 4. And here we have some visitors. And hopefully they're not enemies, but they're actually here to just use our facilities and leave some coins. And solar complete. You could have just made a connection here too before leaving though, but okay, send a robot, I guess. I hope. Anyone? There we go. Here comes the little CNT7 to save the day. And there we go. Massive solar panel to give us more power. Awesome. And now it's all about just getting metal so we can actually build the rest of the plannings here I have planned out, which is going to take forever. We have a lot of workers now inside these, so that is nice. I'm just trying to figure out what else would a worker... Okay, they could be working in here. Which we kind of don't want them to, because now everything is kind of moving. Because we, like this one, there could still just be a few bioplastic ones, because we are actually making some starch, but we could actually just tear that down too. But then my question is just, what should this be? Because if we tear down this, there won't be any connections. Unless we just tear down everything and then rebuild it to just be farms. And then everything is focused over here when it comes to workers. That could be an option. Of course, we shouldn't tear down everything because we are actually still dependent on the power the certain things produce over here. As there is still a few power stuff and water and so on, and a laser. So we shouldn't just tear down everything, but we can start turning off certain things and yeah, slowly moving the workers over here. And we're gonna call this ship, and we got 2 more people. It seemed like 2 workers. Yes. I think we're just gonna have a big farm area over here. Oh, too low. Okay, so we're apparently low on oxygen in this area. But that is why I made this oxygen generator here too. Because I have a feeling it's going to be very centered with a lot of workers in this area now. So we will be needing to have a lot of oxygen available for them. I'm not quite sure if we would need another airlock. So maybe we could have another oxygen generator even here. But let me see. One thing at a time. Here we got a bigger cabin. So we're gonna be making some beds. Just squeezing it in as tight as possible so we can fit as many people as possible. Yeah, that seems to be the tight as we can get it. And we have some intruders. Yippee. Gonna go here and we're gonna sound the red alarm. 4 intruders. Let's see if we don't lose anyone. Intruder has been killed. Intruder has been killed. Another intruder. Shouldn't there be 4? There's the last one. Awesome. Okay, so we didn't lose anyone. So that is good. And I'm gonna turn off the alarm. No alarm. And we're gonna speed up the time again. Speed it up. So we can get more done in a shorter time period. And they're building the beds here. Awesome. I think we should in a way have a med bay here somewhere too. And then it's kind of like we're going to have most of our workers over here and then most of our biologists over here. So we will still be using these facilities here, but everything over here will be turned into only farms. At least that's what my head is saying it would be a good idea. So I'm just thinking, because we do get some spares back or parts back by destructing certain things. Of course, these should still be there, and there should be an airlock, and there should be air generator. But I'm just thinking it would be nice having a little bit more of them or a little bigger sizes. So if we were to tear down everything and then rebuild and leaving some of them still here, then we could just quickly rebuild everything. But I need to make sure that we're actually producing enough power and water when we disconnect this part of the base. So just to make 100% sure, I think we should make one more collector. How far is this actually to walk for someone? It's not the farthest, but if there's a sandstorm. Let me actually see what would be the best location. Yeah, I'm gonna connect it there. And let's see, when it comes to power and so on, there's windmill here, but I don't think this one will be affected too much. It's more this part. And windmill, small solar. So we're gonna go a big windmill over here. And then we're gonna go a telescope. I think they're called telescope. This one, telescope, yes. And we're gonna build that, because I don't think these matters where they are. So we're gonna be building one over there. And I'm gonna do that. And then when these are built, I'm confident enough to actually just tear down this side of the base. Not these, of course, but this stuff here. So hopefully they will get that done. And incoming transmission. Let's see, they need a lot of stuff. Sure. We can do that. Oh, okay, there was a lot of people. Okay, I didn't expect that much. And actually, if people are those radioactiveness, then I think they're actually slowly losing health. As you can see, it's losing health. So they will actually die if they don't get treatment. Rather quickly, actually. So if our medics aren't quick enough, our visitors are actually going to be dying. But hey. Has died due to radiation. There we go. Now they're starting. There's a lot of starch. Okay, we're gonna be making a few plastic factories here, just so they can have a little bit of work here, and then we can start actually turning off these ones over here. We can actually already recycle them, as we do get 1 metal back for it. And therefore they don't need to run back and forth with resources Instead, I could just focus having them where we actually want the resources to stay, and that is actually over here. So they don't take ore and then bring it all the way over here. And let us see. The same goes here. We're gonna be recycling you guys. And we're actually gonna be making no starch in this area, as it will be only starch over here now. Okay. And let us see, have you guys even started on this stuff over here? Yes, we're making a few. And if they make that windmill too, I will be happy enough here. I think maybe, just to be on the safe side, I'm also going to be requesting a water tower over here. Because we will be disabling water for a little while. At least this one. And this one, actually. So yeah, but of course, then again, some of the farms won't be functional either. And I think actually, just to be 100% sure, I'm gonna turn off colonists so we don't get new people quite yet, as we will be reducing some of the food we produce, so we just don't end up having too little food. Okay, and I'm actually gonna disable the landing pad too. I'm just not quite sure how we're gonna do this. How can we even do this? Can we only work from the side and then split up? It's not like you can have two parts of a base. Is it? Let me see. Okay, that's gonna make an issue. It's kind of like we need to tear up the base this way. Aha. I didn't see that coming. But I don't really want this side of the base anymore. So we are actually going to be recycling a lot. I'm going to see, like, for example, a large water tower. It will give me back 4, and it costs me 4 to create. So if I do this, then that's 4, but we're losing the connection. Okay. Interesting. So I'm just going to be tearing down a lot here. So we're gaining a lot of metal. If this is going to burn us in the end, probably. Could be that I'm doing something I shouldn't really do. But in my head, it sounds like a good idea. Of course, there are some oxygen generators in here that could potentially lead to a problem. Split the base. Okay, so we need to recycle you. Yes, you guys did get your helmets on, so I'm not killing people here. Bloop. And you need to go. And you need to go. Bioplow out of water. Yes. You need to go, of course. There's a lot of goods here now that needs to be transported. But I trust my robots will be doing the job for us. There. So I'm leaving that so they can collect all of this first. And then we will be tearing down more of the base afterwards. And let's see, how are we for water? Our water is good. And how are we for power? Power seems to be okay too. Better not be any hostile enemies here. You better be friendly. Even though I have a feeling you're not friendly. Because you don't need anything. Yes, I knew it. Okay, our guards is added. Intruder has been killed and intruder has been killed. Okay, awesome. So we handled that one fairly nice. Fairly well, fairly good. Yes. And okay, we're getting a lot of resources. Oh yeah, that's right. We did tear down the entire base here. For real, like rebuilding for sure. Okay, Let me just think now. Of course, it would be good having control posts here too, only for engineers. But I'm not quite sure if I want it over here, because now they're starting to center a lot of people. And we do still have space here, so in a way I'm just gonna have them all over there. Would just be sad if a meteorite actually hits there and killing everyone. But hey, that's what's happening, I guess. And nobody's working. So if a meteorite came, we would be doomed. Am I having it on full speed? No, I was not. Okay, so we have a lot of metal and so on, but our colonist is probably like, okay, where do I place this? So we're gonna be putting in a lot of requests of certain things we want to be built. And one of them is a lot of bioplastic, so we can actually make it into bioplastic, because bioplastic does sell more than starch. So in a way we can improve our trades, so we can actually sell bioplastic compared to just starch. And there we're gonna have full of metal, and we have a sandstorm. Are you guys carrying robots? Yes. I do need carrying robots right now. And we're just gonna be selling our starch. -3. And give me as much money as you're able to. There. So we're just trading the starch. I'm just worried if there's gonna be any colonists trying to go over here. That is the big question. An oxygen generator out of water. How is that? Could be that water travels in like wires, and then the water actually needs to travel all the way around like so. So if we do a connection there, that should do it, I guess. That will give a shorter connection from this water over here. But it seems like we're actually struggling a little with water too though. So have they built this water tower? Yes, they have. So maybe just to be on the safe side, we're gonna be building one more over there. Okay, and I do also want to build certain things in here too, and one of them is auto repair. I think we're gonna have 2 of them, and the rest is gonna be a few robots. We don't need too many, but say 4 could produce a lot of robots for us. And then in here we're gonna have at least 2 of these. Maybe even 3, and then 1 that makes guns. Like so. We will of course be turning them off when they get constructed, because we're really not using all of that, but then it's at least built. But when it comes to metal processors and bioplast, they're going to be active all the time. Actually pulling 10 in power and 10 in power. And all of them are active. Okay, and we still have an ocean of items here, and I just remembered they do decay when they're outside, so I'm really hoping I can get all the stuff in time. And there's still some storage here, so I'm just really hoping they can actually go and get all of it. Fingers crossed. And let us see, they did make a few of these now, so I'm gonna be turning them off. Like so, and we're gonna be requesting drill bots, so we always will be making drill bots in here. Bar is out of water. Okay. Could somebody come and build this water tower or extractor? As you can see, we're lacking a little water everywhere. I feel like I didn't tear down that many water towers. And there's a trader here, and he actually has the 2 last ones that I actually need. But we're not gonna afford all of that. Let's see if we took only the onion. And let's see if we do throw in a little bioplastic. How much could we throw in? Oopsie doopsie, I don't want to trade that. But I can trade some medical plants. That is the maximum. And then if I throw in all my money, we're 200 short. That's just great. And I don't think I have anything that is better in value. As you can see, bioplastic is 10 in value and starch is 5. Of course, metal is 15, but I'm not interested in that. And we don't have that much medical supplies either. So in a way, we're just going to be buying one, and that is the onions then. And I will be taking back all my money. And let's see, we're gonna be giving as much items as we can and then taking back as much money as we can. So there, so we're paying 110 coins, bioplastic, and 15 of those to get this patent. And then there's only this one left, and then we're actually done with all the patents, which is nice. And that is actually gonna give us one more milestone. The Technocracy. Yes, I can't pronounce that. So yeah. But yeah, I think we're going to be wrapping up this episode then, guys. We've been doing a little bit more stuff here, as you can see, or did see. As we did this. The water tower here is now complete, our extractor. And yeah, I think we're actually getting it to work a little bit as I want, as I'm gonna be splitting workers in one area, workers and engineers, and then we're gonna have more medics and bio people and bio farms over here. Most of them, of course, there's one over here, but most of the bio farms are actually gonna be in this area, and they're really decaying fast here, so don't like it. But yeah, wrapping it up then, guys. So if you watched all the way to the end, as always, you're just awesome, and you have no clue how much it means to me. So thank you so much. And until next time, guys, stay safe and bye.